All alone. Exactly, but Sunday. Let's do some Sunday shit. Rob. Thanks for tapping that screen, guys, and helping out with the live goal. Appreciate you. All alone. What's up, guys? How's it going? Hoodlum was permabanned, and Tyga. Hoodlum, Tyga, and Popcorn. Those were the three you guys picked. I let you guys pick, and those were your picks. Rob was in the mix, and you guys said no to Rob. I just want to point that out. You guys said no to Rob. Just throwing that one out. Just throwing that out there. Okay. I offered Rob. You guys said no. So Rob is still in the mix. Just throwing that one out there. Let's, while we wait for an op, let's do one more Cake song. If you voted for Donald Trump, actually, Great White, this is Cake. This is Cake. But similar style. I get you. Guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, I'd like you to hop in the box. Let's have a conversation. We're up on the tube as well. If you haven't subscribed over on the tube, why? Why haven't you subscribed over on the tube? Hey, Long Legs. Hey, Ruth. It's Surprise Live tonight, Ruth. Surprise. Oh, that's fun, Annicole. No, we're not gonna watch. We're gonna do our own debates, but maybe we'll watch some later. Maybe I definitely will check it out later. Liam Ramos is home. We're very, very, very happy about that. Him and his father. If you voted for Donald Trump and you'd like to have a discussion, hop in the box. Let's chat. I want to. Okay. Who do we have here? Truth Teller. Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I support Trump. I'm from Ontario, Canada.
Oh. Okay. Why should I talk to you about Trump then, if you're from Canada?
You can if you want, or you can drop me. It's up to you. Doesn't matter.
I mean, what's your why would you support Donald Trump? He hates your country.
Well, my country's completely fallen to pieces, and I think we need some more Donald Trump in our country.
Okay, bud. Whatever you say. Yeah, with it, if that's your take, no thanks. Anyone who says Canada is falling apart, get the fuck out of here, dude. Come on. God. Anyways, no thank you, Maple MAGA. I really just, no thanks. Okay, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump and like you live here and you can have an intelligent conversation, let's have a chat. So that would be great. So yeah, let's do it. Thank you, Midwest Progressive. Appreciate you. Saw that. Good shit. Who we got here?
Hello?
True Investments. Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
40. I voted in Alabama.
Okay. Cool. Do you want to discuss one of the subjects I have above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Well, it's all wrong up there.
I'm sorry?
MAGA is Christian. At least Trump is draining the swamp. Y'all Democrats ain't doing nothing.
Do you want to pick a topic or one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
ISIS is domestic. They are domestic, but they ain't no terrorists. They're helping our country get all the illegals out of here who are taking our money, stealing our food, stealing our dogs and cats, everything, our housing.
Cool. Do you have any proof of that?
Of course, they're stealing our housing. That's why they're going up. All the money's
How are they?
prices are going
cool,
up.
Awesome, great. Can you show me how are they stealing our housing?
Because the prices keep going up.
Just saying that hey bud, time out. Just saying the prices are going up doesn't make any sense. Can you give me a source or prove to me?
Sense.
No, it doesn't. And can you give me a source or prove to me that that's a thing that's happening?
Okay, look at the inflation numbers.
Inflation doesn't have anything to do with what you just said, sir.
Yes, it do.
No, it doesn't. Either it does, and by the way, you would say yes, it does, not yes, it do. You would say yes, it does or doesn't. Just
if you look at the statistics, the numbers are going good for the housing. It's going. I'm sorry, not the housing. The illegals, 700,000. 700 million is how many immigrants they're getting out of here.
700 million?
700,000.
700,000, okay. Can you prove that they're the ones who are causing the price of housing to increase? Do you have any data to support that assertion?
I already told you. The inflation numbers and the deficit, it's all going down. See, y'all Democrats don't know the economy.
Okay. You guys are not good at trolling.
You're getting trolled, brother.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Yeah. Wait, are you a Trump supporter or a friendly, big man?
I'm a centrist. But I do not. I support some of the things that his administration does, but I do not support Donald Trump.
All right, that's fine. We appreciate you. Thanks, man. Have a good night. All right, guys. If you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Otherwise, we're gonna move on. Nemo's here. I'm here. Sunday Night Surprise. Had someone in the box, then they disappeared. If you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Hop in the box. The reason I dropped you, big man, is because we're looking to talk to Trump supporters, and you said you're not a Trump supporter. So, appreciate you coming up, but right now we're not looking to talk to people who are middle of the road folks. But I appreciate you. Okay. Big. You said you. Well, what the heck? Well, that was cool. Nice, Tammy. There you go. I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, I think it's a new one.
That's neat. Neato. This is a great time to remind you guys, if you're not already, please subscribe over on the tube. Not just to me, but to our friend Nemo. His link is right down here. It's right down there. Okay. All right. So big man. So you voted for Donald Trump?
I did, yes.
Okay. So I'm not. I guess I'm not. I'm not really clear, because when you came up before, I thought you said you didn't, and you're not a supporter. You said you support a couple of his policies, but you're a centrist.
Yeah, I'm a centrist. I lean more conservative. I just couldn't support. I was a former Democrat. I just couldn't support what the Democratic Party was doing, and just like how general life felt under Biden. I mean, if you don't have to, but if you view my page or whatever, most of the stuff I talk about is unity and being willing to engage with the opposition. From an idea standpoint. But I agree with a couple of your prompts, but the other ones, like, the BFFs thing. That's kind of why I requested up. I'd love to just share a 30-second quip if you wouldn't mind.
What about Jeff and Trump?
Yeah, I just personally feel like, this has been exposed now for 18 years. There's been Democratic judges, prosecutors, investigators, lawyers, and the lot that's been involved since then. So if there was, any shred of actual physical evidence that he was involved with, like,
that's not true. That's not true. What you just said is completely false.
You're saying that lawyers, prosecutors, and investigators haven't been involved since?
That's not what
2008?
No, that's not true. But so the main investigation only happened starting roughly 7 years ago. Okay, the big main investigation. That's number one. Number two is all of that started with Jeff and Ghislaine, and then they got all the other stuff. Has anyone else been prosecuted besides those two?
No, there hasn't been.
Okay, cool. So, but do you think that anyone else is involved?
Yeah, I definitely think that there's other people that are.
Okay, so if we know that there are other people involved, for sure.
Right.
But just those two were prosecuted to start. Do you know how a RICO investigation is prosecuted?
Yeah, for sure.
How is a RICO prosecuted?
I mean, I was part of one.
Cool. So explain to everybody, how is it prosecuted?
Yeah, I mean, it's done through multi-channels of the Department of Justice, for one, and it's an ongoing investigation that takes time.
But where do they start?
What do you mean? Where do they start?
When you do a RICO takedown, you get the big people at the top, right? Because you build up all this evidence, you get the big people at the top, and then you start taking down people below them.
Yeah,
that's
what
we
Hoovers.
did.
Yeah.
That's what we did with the mafia, right?
Right.
So starting in the 60s into the 70s and everything, when we started doing RICO predicates, what we did was you would get the mob boss. It didn't mean that all of the other people under him weren't awful people and complicit, but it took 10 or 15 years sometimes to get down to all of the other people. It's not that they didn't know that there were a lot of bad people doing bad things. The problem here is that there is no set way to go about prosecuting all of this. Plus, there are multiple jurisdictions involved. Plus, Jeff
Yeah.
unalived himself.
I personally just feel like Donald Trump, he has a history of being a bully throughout his entire business career. Learned it from his father, right?
Yep.
And if Fred Trump was involved with Bob Maxwell at the beginning of the big group with Les Wexner and the creation of Jeffrey Epstein's operation. So my whole point is I feel like Trump is more involved from the complicit side of being using Jeffrey Epstein as a pawn for leverage of information and keeping him close, the parties, things like that. But again, that's why there's nothing that ties Trump to ever being like on the physical island. It's only Palm Beach parties or New York or, things that cooperated with Hollywood and his placement there. So I just don't think that they were best friends. I think he was just using him for information.
Do you think the crimes only occurred on the island?
No, of course not.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeff had properties all over the United States, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, there's one, and I think it has a name. I don't know. But it's like in the middle of nowhere. I think it's in New Mexico or something like that.
Yeah, I just, for context, I like having this conversation with people like you, both of you, who are intellects. You like having conversations with like real substance to them versus the panels where people are just yelling at each other. So that's why I just wanted to state what I stated. That's all.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, so Jeff had properties all over the U.S., and they all were basically set up to do the crime stuff. So, I mean, maybe not the New York residents, but the rest of them absolutely. So, I mean, Trump didn't have to go to the island. I think that when people bring up the island, it's almost like a red herring. Is that in other contexts? Like if somebody went to the island, are they guilty? Almost certainly, right?
I'm a big unity guy.
Like exclusively the island.
Yeah, I'm a big unity guy, but I feel like a lot of what's happening with the Epstein stuff is like it's just generalized disinformation on both sides, meant to just be another tool of division, that like something that we're never going to see. Do you agree at all with that, or?
I mean, I don't really know how it can be used.
Like you're never going to get justice per se.
I mean, as far as not getting justice, like, I mean, if you're referring to not prosecuting Donald Trump or his circle, then yeah, I mean, that's not going to happen.
Right. I guess, and that was more or less my question, was like, I don't know. I just, at this point, and it's not like a roll over and just give up kind of thing, but it's like, when I engage in it, I almost feel like I'm just playing more into the division, right? I agree with your first prompt. Definitely, we don't need to be messing around with Greenland. I definitely agree with you that like far right extremism or MAGA or people like that definitely don't embody Christian beliefs or backgrounds. Third one, ICE. Sigh. I believe the overreach and the violent nature of untrained officers is domestic tea, but I think immigration enforcement is necessary. So just to kind of show you like my views, I guess, whatever.
I mean, in the case of immigration enforcement, it's not saying that immigration enforcement is an act of tea, right? It is that ICE, as it is right now, is a domestic tea group, right? And
yeah.
To your point about overreach of the federal government by untrained individuals, I mean, based on the information that has come out in the last 24 hours,
yeah,
we know that the two individuals that unalived Alex Preddy were in fact not untrained. They were the exact opposite of untrained.
Were they?
Yeah. So
okay.
I mean, a lot of people, myself included. I mean, I think that most people assumed that the two jackasses that did this were probably recruited within the last 12 months and had a chip on their shoulder and whatever, right? Turns out that like the names have come out because Kristi Noem is an incompetent dog killer, and she accidentally didn't cover up their names properly. So we know that those two individuals have been with CBP in some shape, form, or fashion for years. And in one of one case, one of the dudes, he was on like a special task force or whatever. I don't know how it was worded. It was like
Yeah.
an elite task force within ICE to do like high risk operations or whatever. So these two guys were not just a couple of, dudes pulled off the street with 48 days of training. They were veterans, not literally, but they were, they were seasoned, right?
Yeah, I get where you're going with it. And you know what? Probably the box can be used for someone more fit to what your angle is for conversation. I will ask you this though. So, I mean, someone like me, I didn't vote for Kamala. It had nothing to do with because she was a woman or a Democrat or anything. I just felt like the motive and the mission behind her, and you can call it conspiratorial if you want, the impending issue with technocrats and everything else that is happening behind the scenes, and you don't have to believe it, but it is coming eventually. I just felt like the water would run faster through her hands versus Trump, who is going to attempt to make a stand towards imperialism, even if he ends up being an imperialist himself. And if that logic doesn't make sense to you, I understand. But at the end of the day, that's just my thought process.
I mean, I feel like it's the exact opposite of what you just said. Like,
I mean, and again, that's your opinion, but
well, okay, but yes, that is my opinion. Yes, that's how this works. That I swear, one day, everyone is going to know the phrase or thought terminating cliche. I swear, I'm going to drill it into every person who watches us every time. The thought terminating cliche. Everybody's going to know the damn definition by the time that I stop breathing. So
One day.
A thought terminating cliche is just kind of like an empty statement, right?
Yeah. But who's on the panel embracing opposition right now? Me or you? And the people, look at your comments right now, right? All of your comments are people that have decided that they are on one side and have isolated themselves from the rest of humanity.
They're not isolating. Now, see, this is now, dude, now
What's
you're
up?
not being a centrist. Now you're just being disingenuous. Now what you're doing is
Oh.
you're saying that because people have a strong opinion that they've isolated themselves, and that's not
Nice.
fair. Just because you're being a centrist and you don't have a strong opinion doesn't mean that
Yeah.
someone is isolating themselves. That's not fair, and that's a very disingenuous thing to say about somebody.
So you don't agree? So you yourself, like, I could state things that were good about Kamala Harris or Joe Biden. Could you state good things about Donald Trump?
If you want me to sit there and do that, and you go, well, if I say good things about these people, you have to say good things about those people because there are always good things to say about other people. That's not true. If I asked you to say good things about Schmittler, are you going to?
I mean, there is probably good qualities of the guy, for sure.
Holy shit.
Dude, come on. Be for fucking real.
You're saying that him as an entire human being, he never did anything good.
Do you want to tell us the good things that he did?
I mean, I wasn't alive in 1940.
Do you
so I
want?
don't know.
Do you want to? I mean, would you sit there and go, sure, let me try to figure out some good things, or would you just go, no, that guy was a piece of shit? Absolutely not.
Oh, well, maybe I'm just not disingenuous.
Well, the problem here is that you want us to praise somebody who is actively, in the moment, destroying our country and doing a lot of really fucked up shit. Like, if you wanted me to sit here, hang on one sec, except for the fact that the national trade deficit jumped in both November and December. Are you forgetting that?
So it's at a 20-year low as being bad?
Except for the fact that it's not at a 20-year low because it just fucking spiked in November and December and went all the way the fuck back up. Or did you not know that?
Can you show me?
I will in a second, but I want to make my point first because you interrupted me while I was just pointing out the fact to you that if you're going to sit there and you wanted me to say nice things about like George W. Bush or John McCain or George H.W. Bush, like I could actually say nice things about those people. Hell, I could even say a nice thing about Ronald Reagan, who I think is pretty fucking awful. I can say nice things about those people. But we're in the moment of Donald Trump actively destroying our country. And so by saying that, like, hey, you people are shitty and isolationist because you have a strong opinion. You're isolating yourself from the rest of the world. That's not true. The only people that are isolating themselves from the rest of the world right now are the people who are aligning themselves with Donald Trump, because most of the rest of the world does not want to associate with Donald Trump, does not want to ally themselves with Donald Trump, and they're only doing business with him because they are forced to, because he's the president of the United States at the moment.
Yeah, I just think, in the long run, at the end of all of this, not just this live, but the end of things in general, those people who will be rewarded are not the people who isolated themselves. It's the people that learned how to stand together despite opposition. So, but hey,
What does that even
I could
mean?
be wrong. Right. What does that even mean? You're exactly, there you go.
No, I'm asking you to explain. What does that
It means
even
that
mean?
if you're gonna willingly be indoctrinated to only follow one side and one group of people,
How are we indoctrinated?
You just gave me an entire diatribe about why you couldn't embrace the idea of the opposing side.
The idea of the opposing side?
Yeah, Nemo, I don't know how much clearer I can keep repeating it, my guy.
You're being very vague.
Okay, if you can't embrace opposition, that makes you weak. And embracing opposition doesn't mean
embrace opposition.
embracing opposition doesn't mean you're surrendering to their ideology.
Okay. So
Is that too complex of a concept for you, or?
Well, I mean, I feel
Seemed
like
like I
you're
broke
not
your
really
brain or
completing the
something.
thought. You're not really you're not
Okay.
completing the thought.
Right. So extremism on the left, bad. MAGA extremism on the right, bad. Finding common ground of people who are willing to engage in conversation and discourse, even if they don't agree with each other, is called real strength. It's not surrender to admit that there are some good things that Donald Trump has done, even if you don't support him.
Well, okay, how about this? What are the good things you think Donald Trump has done?
I mean, let's just start with how about all the single moms this year that are getting really good child tax credits? Right? Increased child tax credits. Isn't that one thing? You love single moms, right?
I love single mom. What does that even mean, dude? I don't what.
I'm just paraphrasing.
What does
You're
that
in
know?
support of
When
single
you say
moms having better
you love
opportunities,
when
right?
you say you love single moms, don't you? What does that phrase mean? Why did you say that line? What are you implying?
I'm implying that you, as in most of the people that are commenting ravagely in your comments.
Why are you
saying,
reading the comments, dude? Are we having a
I'm
discussion?
not.
Or
They're
not?
just in the corner of my eye. I can see people.
You seem
seething.
really fucking concerned about what people
here's
are
the
saying.
personal attack.
And
Sorry.
I'm not attacking you personally. If you'd listen
Go
to what
ahead.
I'm saying, you seem really fucking concerned about what people are saying in the comments. For someone who is a centrist, if you're a centrist, why do you care what people are saying in the comments? It
I
doesn't
don't.
matter.
I was
Okay,
just-
then why are you?
it was
then why are
anecdotal,
you?
right?
Then why are you bringing it up, dude? You've brought it up now multiple times.
Yeah, because it's comedic.
Okay, I don't understand why you said that about single moms. And if you wanted me to say,
I wasn't indicating that you, because you're on the left, you stand up
if
for
you want
women
me
or
to, if you
some,
want me to
slide
say,
jab.
if you want me to say a child tax credit is a good thing, sure, a child tax credit is a good thing. Kamala's child tax credit would have been bigger, number one. And number two, the tax plan that the child tax credit is attached to is going to literally yeet 17 million people off of their health care while it's doing that. So sure, I guess it's nice that those people are going to get a tax credit while we're simultaneously making sure that a bunch of other mothers and children are no longer getting health care, and food. So how are we supposed to square those two things, bud?
I'd have to agree with you there. That's definitely a downside to a good side, and they both exist.
Right. So when you say say that's a good thing, it doesn't exist in a vacuum.
Well, wouldn't that have been the same under Kamala?
No, it wouldn't have, because you know what wouldn't have happened under Kamala's tax plan? Her tax plan didn't include cutting Medicaid and Medicare to the tune of $1 trillion over the next couple of years.
So the same
Or
fraud that
touching
happens, the same
Or
fraud
SNAP,
that happens to
correct.
the wealth, so the same fraud that people claim, that people, the billionaires and the mega elites use and fondle each other with,
Yep.
with tax loopholes and tax breaks and things like
Yeah.
that. What about, so you have on the flip side, you have people that are on Section 8 paying $1 a rent for, $1 a month for rent, collecting $2,000
Nobody
a month
on
in food
Section 8
stamps.
is paying $1 a month for rent, dude. That's
Actually, so-
ridiculous. Don't
Great.
say
I'll
that.
fact check you in real time. So if you go to
Awesome.
Grand Rapids, Michigan, right?
I-
The Section 8 program right now, Lafayette Apartments, right? There's a waiting list currently. I'm just giving you a local example where you pay $1 a month for rent. And that's the program that is in place. And so to go back to what I was saying is then you have single mothers with multiple children collecting $2,000 a month in food stamps while they sit there and have parties and have schmug dealers throughout their house. So
Yeah,
if there's bad things happening on
that's
both
not
sides,
That's not
right?
happening. Cool.
Oh, it's not happening.
Awesome. Then source it. Show us. Show us. They must have done stories on this.
you have
Hold
never-
on. No. Hey, time out, bud. Since you're saying it,
Yeah.
the local news must have done
Yeah.
stories on this, right?
Drugs just deal
Since it's-
themselves. Yeah,
Hey,
totally.
time out. If you're saying that this is a thing that's happening and it's so well known, the
For sure.
local news and the local government must be all over it. Show us a single piece of reporting that can back this
Yeah.
up right now, and I'll pay you $100.
Great. So you want me just to pull up stuff about, Medicaid fraud and
No, I
food
want
stamp
you to.
fraud
I
and-
want you to support the thing that you just said specifically about Grand Rapids, the Section 8, and their parties and the drugs and all that. Show us.
Gotcha. No problem.
Great. Appreciate you guys tapping that screen, helping us out.
I'm going to go ahead and invite a friend in here too. Is that okay?
No,
While I'm pulling this up.
No,
Oh,
I just
okay.
want to. I just want to source.
I just figured you might want like a real life person who was there. So, all right,
No,
I'll
I
do.
don't need anecdotes because I can also get somebody else who.
Do you
lives in-
support the words of
I
a
can
black
also-
man though
I
on
can
February
also-
1st?
I can also.
Because that's who would be coming to talk about it because he was arrested during it.
Oh
Do you
wow,
want to talk to him?
that's
or-
amazing. No, I don't really care because I don't need an
Oh, okay.
anecdote because he could just be anybody, anywhere, anytime. Because if you want, I can also get
Gotcha.
a black man from Grand Rapids who is there who got
could?
arrested that night. Yep.
Well, how about I 10 times your offer? So I'll Zell you $10,000 if you can get a black man.
No, I
from
just
Grand
want a
Rapids
source.
up
I'm waiting on the
panel.
source. You can just give me the
Okay,
source
I got
anytime
you.
because I already looked
I
it up
got
and
you.
it didn't happen. But just give me the source.
I got you. Just proving your
By the way,
hostile
and
panel
by
in
the
real
way, and
time.
by the way, just FYI, I was a landlord where we did Section 8, and
You're not
I
a
know
landlord.
I was a landlord about 20 years ago for a Section 8 property, and I know how Section 8 income and rents are calculated. And
Yeah.
since I know that,
Cool.
it is literally impossible to pay $1 a month for Section
Right.
8 housing.
Awesome. Tell me that as I own 36 properties across West Michigan right
Fantastic.
now. So
Then
please.
then show me. Great. Prove me wrong right now in front of 900 people. Go.
Which part? You want me to like pull up my
I
app
want the
Tennessee, or
source
what?
that shows the thing that you're proving that there are people paying
So
$1 a month. Hold on. Time out.
Oh, gotcha.
You just said a couple of minutes ago that there are people paying $1 a month for Section 8 housing. They're getting $2,000 a month in benefits. They're holding parties and they're selling substances. By the way, we're going to call it substances from here on out for TikTok purposes. So, anytime you can show all that.
Also, is this guy casually admitting to being a landlord that owns Section 8 housing?
Yeah. If you need my businesses, I can pull. Do you want them? I don't mind.
I mean,
You
if
have
you-
900 viewers. It's free
If
advertisement.
you want to dox yourself, that's up to you.
Oh, I don't
but,
mind.
I mean,
Platinum Motor Group,
it's-
Platinum Property.
it's kinda
Investment
like
Legal- there you go.
just casually admitting to, I don't know. being
I'm not
a
casually admitting to
parasite.
anything. Learn about the laws of Michigan.
Well, I mean, you're just taking free money from the government, but whatever.
Yeah.
Right, weren't you?
I don't see. I'm not the one arguing against it, but that's okay. I was very happy to help the veteran single mother and her son afford a place to live. Yes, it was pretty great, actually.
But I can't, though. It's all good.
Oh, no. See, the problem is here, bud, is that you're being a hypocrite about it. I don't have any problem with government-assisted housing. You seem to.
So much so that
I'm still waiting on the source anytime now.
Yeah,
and I'm just waiting on the source. What do you mean you sent it to me?
You. I sent it to you from my alt on TikTok.
I can't.
Oh, you want me to pull it up on the green screen?
Well, or you can just tell me the article or whatever it is. I can't pull up messages at the moment. So, yeah. Just tell me what's the article. Name of the article.
Yeah, so if you look at the changes that were made in 2025 to the Grand Rapids Housing Commission, they no longer honor it. However, up until 2025,
but hold on, you didn't tell that. Time out. Stop. You didn't. What's the article I'm pulling up? What am I pulling up?
It's not. It's just on the Grand Rapids Housing Commission's website. So through the. It's on grhousing.org. But
wait, hold on. So what exactly am I? Well, dude, I have to pull it up. So what? So it's GR Housing.
Dude, you're taking all this time to fact check me to end up to find out that I'm telling the truth, but it's okay.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like I don't believe you.
I know. Isn't that wild? Opposition not believing each other.
It's almost like I have everybody every night coming up here and telling me things and then them not being true. It's crazy how that happens.
Not up here saying that there's 700 million immigrants being deported, though. There's a difference. There's a level of
Oh, okay. Cool.
Anyway, the point that I'm making is when you have those environments, which they do exist, and for you to say that there are not environments where Section 8 housing.
Okay, so I'm on the voucher page. So where does it say that you can get an apartment for $1?
You can no longer get it for $1 since 2025.
Where does it say that?
However,
Dude, I know how it's calculated for Section 8. It's impossible for you to get $1 because it's a ratio of income.
Right. It says it right at the if you click. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'll make this. All right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So on the bottom portion
Uh-huh.
where it talks about updates and changes that have been made to policies, I don't know if there's a policies button that you can see. It talks about as of late 2025 and early 2026, the Grand Rapids Housing Commission Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program closed new applicants with the agency that currently was serving those who applied on the waiting list from 2023. Those people who currently were receiving 30 to 40% reductions in adjusted monthly income rates that were as low as $1 a month.
Where's the updates? And I'm on the GR Housing Affordable Housing for West Michigan page. That's where I'm at. Here, I'll even put it up on the screen for you. Maybe you can show me.
I just read it to you though.
Yeah,
was I making that up?
Maybe you can just show me what I'm missing because I guess I'm just dumb here and I can't find it on a basic. I know I'm just an idiot.
No, you're not an idiot.
I'm just on the website.
It's all good.
I know, right? It's just crazy that I can't seem to find it. But here I am. Is this the website?
Yeah.
Cool. So on this website, where do I go?
I would encourage you to go back to Google and maybe just do Kent County, which is Grand Rapids, right? Kent County, $1 a month, Section 8. Maybe try searching that. I don't know that, but I'm just letting you know that program, even though it no longer exists, you're asking me to substantiate my claim.
No. I want you great. But the thing that I wanted you to substantiate was that
how can I pull
plus
up
the $2,000? You said $2,000 a month in benefits, and they're throwing massive parties where they're all selling substances. Where are the articles? Where are the news reports? Where's the whole thing?
Why would you have articles for something like that? That's my question.
No, because obviously, if that's happening on the regular, then the media
Well, of
would
course,
be
it's not
involved.
happening every night, but I'm stating the people. There's fraud. If you go back to what I said,
Yeah.
I said the fraud that obviously happens on both sides. You have people, quote unquote, at the bottom, right? People that are needing these benefits. The people, like you just said, the couple or the single mother veteran that you helped out. The people who actually need the benefits. There are multitudes of people that are using benefits inappropriately.
Oh, right. Like the Republicans, like Rick Scott, who scammed Medicare and was fined $1.7 billion, right?
Boom,
Before he
something
became
that
the
we both
senator.
agree on, 100%.
Right. So and
Yes.
if you of course if you read the GAO reports about fraud in these programs, then you would know that the majority of the fraud in these programs is not perpetrated by people in the programs. The majority of the fraud in these programs is perpetrated by companies in these programs, right?
Yeah, but
So if you read the
anecdotes that
GAO,
you're saying,
so
though,
if
is
you
that
read,
fraud doesn't
so if
happen on
you
the
hold
left.
on, time out. If you read the GAO reports in and about these programs, you would know that yes, does some fraud happen at that level? Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't, but the majority of the fraud happens because companies scam the system. That's what's happening. People who are landlords scam Section 8 housing, or companies do scams with Section 8 housing or with the SNAP program or with Medicare like Rick Scott did. So the point being that if you want to point a finger at somebody, it's not the poor moms who you think are taking too much, and I just really couldn't give a fuck about. The people that you need to be pointing a finger at and worrying about are the people who are doing the actual damage, because I guarantee you $2,000 a month pales in comparison to $1.7 billion, bud.
Right, but fraud on both sides is not partisan. It exists on the left side.
There you go.
too.
See, and this is the whataboutism, is that I just pointed out to you $1.7 billion versus your $2,000 a month or whatever the fuck it is, and you're like, well, but both sides.
Right. Are you saying it's is it not partisan? Or
I didn't say that it
not?
was partisan. What I pointed out to you was you're trying to blame it on the lowest of the low, and they're also the smallest percentage of the people perpetrating the fraud. And I'm like, hey, let's focus on the largest amount of the fraud, where the fraud is the highest, and it's the actual people doing it. But you're like, no, look at these people. Look at the poor people. Let's focus on them.
I'm saying,
and
look
what
at
you're
all
doing
people.
is what I'm saying is you would rather punish 99 people to get the one person. That's what you want to do.
I'd just rather punish people that are doing fraud.
I get it, but I would rather let that one person fucking skate, because it's not that big of a deal, to make sure that the other 99 people got the help that they deserved. That's what we need to focus on, and don't worry about
like
that
you
one
believe
person.
in the ideology that you should let someone skate to get the other guy, right?
What do you mean?
You just said you would let someone skate to get the other person that's more important.
That's
right?
not what he
That's
said.
not what I said.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just misheard. I don't know.
Yeah, you literally.
It just
misheard.
seems like you're kind of like you direct your
I'm
audience.
pretty sure
to
you're
like,
not actually listening, because he didn't say anything close to that.
Nope.
You said that you would rather go after one specific person or companies, the things you're saying, and let the other people skate.
No.
You said the word skate.
Well, no, hold on. What I said was, I was pointing out the fact that I said you would rather punish the other 99 people just to get the one person. I was like, and I said I would take it the other way. I said if we let that other person go, and then I was like, I would be okay with it as long as the other 99 people got their benefits. I'm not saying that I want anyone to get away with anything. I'm saying that if it meant that the other 99 people got to get their benefits, the people who truly needed it, that's more important to me than fucking over all of those 99 people just to get the one person. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we should let anyone get away with anything. I'm not saying that we should do it. But also, if we're going to be smart about rooting out fraud, why are we not putting our resources and focusing our attention on the worst places that it's happening and the biggest places that it's happening?
Hey, you make a good point. I'll go ahead and free up the box. You got me, man. Let me drop some gifts for you.
All right. Have a good night, Big. All right. Appreciate you guys being here on a Sunday night. If you voted for Donald Trump, we'd like you to hop in the box. We'd like to have a conversation with you. Appreciate your support for both Nemo and I. You can do so via not just the gifts here on TikTok, but links in our bios. If you're over on the tubes, you can help us out with links down there in the description if you'd like. Feel free to support Nemo or myself. Both of our pay links are down there, and we do appreciate your support. Also, if you guys wanted to send me a super chat, you can do so directly there in the chat. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's move on to our next guest. See, actually, this is a friend. I think this is a friendly. Taryn, hi. You're a friend, right? You're friendly.
Yeah, I'm a friendly. How you guys doing?
Hey, how's it going?
I just wanted to come up and give you guys support. You know, it's funny that we got these people who want to play centrist, and it's crazy because the idea of we're not letting someone get away with something. What we're trying to say is that there's going to be fraud in every system. Why go after the small fraud? You got to go after the big fraud.
Yeah, for sure.
I worked in Medicare, Medicaid, and sales. I don't do it anymore. But, we have to sort out fraud all the time.
Yeah.
And we're not looking for the one guy who's trying to cheat on a food card on Medicare. We're looking for the big guys, usually the multi-billion-dollar corporations that are causing the fraud. So it's just kind of crazy. I just want to give you guys love, support. I always listen in, and I appreciate you guys, what you do.
All right. Well, thank you, Taryn. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a nice evening, friend. Okay?
You know it.
Take care,
guys.
Bye-bye. I appreciate you, Taryn. That was very nice to say. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you. Word. Okay, guys, if you vote for Donald Trump, we'd like you to hop in the box. We've got about 900 people over here on the Tiki Talks and about 250 over on the Tube. If you're on the Tube, you can join us over here on the Tiki Talks. It's Politics of Matt. And join up. Caleb, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 18 and I voted in Pennsylvania.
And what year were you born?
2007.
In what month? Yeah, that's what I thought. Guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. You came up with the 2007 quick enough. That was good. But you got to have the month ready.
I mean, also, that math doesn't math.
Doesn't.
He literally could not have voted for Donald Trump.
Mm-mm. Good try, though, Caleb. Good try. Maybe he was like saying he support. I was gonna give him the pass that he supported him. I was gonna give him like that, like
yeah, that's fair.
But still, not like Jerry, not like Jerry. It's not like Jerry.
So okay, I had like a moment. I think it was 2 days ago. Do you know how old Jerry is?
No.
I've been sitting here operating under the assumption the whole time that we have interacted with Jerry that he is somewhere in his late 30s or early 40s. I have assumed that the whole time.
Okay, see, I thought he before you say anything, I thought that Jerry was younger. I thought actually I was going to guess 20s myself. I was going to guess 20s. But okay, so now
yeah.
All right.
He's 29. And that I don't know, for some reason I thought he was older than me. And that was wild.
Interesting. Yeah. That's actually pretty much in line with what I was going to say. Jason says, "How do you keep Trump's picture up? The fact you don't know this was bull period is a joke." That's an interesting sentence. Jason, if you'd like, you can come up here and tell us why you think it's a joke. We'd happily would invite you to come up. Oh, there you are, Jason. Come on up and tell us about it. You can tell us. There you go. Come on down. Come on down, Jason.
Also, with Jerry, this occurred in the same live where I was agreeing with him. Like he was making cogent points. Right? Right?
Really?
Yeah,
You
I'm just
sure
sitting here
about that?
listening, and I mean he was describing things in a well reasoned way. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take you at your word. Not the angry typing. It's always so aggressive. He's so aggressive with the typing.
Yeah. It was wild.
Oh, Jerry. Oh boy. Yes, did you guys send in your daily heart me? Appreciate that we've got up over 100,000 likes. That's great, guys. Let's keep it going. We'll keep rocking and rolling. If you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. It looks like Jason does not want to come and talk to us and tell us why we were wrong about the picture above. So I guess it stands that the picture above is still absolutely positively correct. So yes. Oh, what do I think about Donald Trump suing the IRS for billions of dollars? It's a huge load of bullshit, and it's going to get thrown out hopefully. But oh my God. And watch all the Trump supporters glaze him for it and come up with a reason why he should do it and not go, holy shit, he's scamming the taxpayers or trying to scam taxpayers for billions of dollars. But no. It's okay when Donald Trump does it. He's like, well, he should, they fucked him over, and he's allowed to do it. He should do it because, he should. So, yeah, Trump, he should get the money. I don't care. I pay for it. It's fine. But I don't want those kids in Iraq to have Sesame Street though. Fuck those kids.
It's genuinely bizarre. Like, they are really invested in him getting paid money in the form of taxpayer dollars for what? To own the libs? Like, dude, just donate to him. Like, what the fuck?
I really don't get it. Also, part of me wonders that if that lawsuit came to fruition, if we would see discovery, if there would be some sort of, like, if they could actually ask for discovery in some sort of meaningful way, like, that would be pretty fucking wild. Because then they could be like, well, which tax returns are you talking about? We need to see we'd have to see the tax returns. We'd have to I don't know. I'd be real curious to see if that would be a thing. Of course, if it ever actually got to that point, it would be his own lawyers. So that would be that would be the problem, is that it's a weird fucking situation. That's why I still think it's going to get thrown out. I don't think it has any merits. That's the problem. So, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's going to settle because I think a judge will toss it. I think it'll get tossed. I don't know if it'll get. I don't know about that. So,
I mean, it doesn't seem like that should be possible, because that just opens up the door for just blatant corruption. Like, oh, okay, cool. I have become the president. I now control the Department of Justice and the Treasury. Okay, now I'm going to sue the Treasury or any other government agency that has wronged me for damages. I also appointed the head of the agency that I am suing. And I am the president. So we're going to settle because the head of the agency said so, requested it in court. Never mind that I appointed him. Like, there's no way.
No. There's really it's like the if you like it's like if you follow through with unitary executive, right? It's like the DOJ can't prosecute the president, but the because the DOJ works for the president, so the president can't prosecute himself, right? We know that's a fact, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, under unitary executive theory.
Right. Right. But we would say, in this case, under unitary executive theory, I'm just gaming this out, like in that, we would say that the president can sue himself.
That's essentially what it is.
Which is weird because it's like he can't prosecute himself, but he can sue himself.
Right. Like, that's essentially that's what it is. And that makes no sense. That does not make any kind of sense. I mean, especially oh Jesus. So like it's possible in not fucking crazy land with unitary executive theory. Outside of unitary executive theory, because that is some fascist bullshit. It is possible for the DOJ to, well, maybe not prosecute, but investigate a president. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. The way that is done is through a separation, even though the DOJ is already supposed to be kind of its own thing. It's even more separated, typically through a special counsel or an independent counsel, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I think like Ken Starr, he was an independent counsel, I think was his title.
Yeah, he was independent counsel. Yep.
Yeah, and Robert Mueller was a special counsel. Yep. Those are not the same thing. They are different in very specific ways, but it is possible to do that. I mean, yeah. I mean, this was happening under Nixon too. So it's possible, but that's, not unitary executive theory and also not searching for damages.
Right, exactly. It's a very strange situation. Protector of the Republic, hi. Thank you for waiting a moment. I'll invite you to unmute. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No.
Oh, okay. We're looking for Trump supporters right now, but
I just have a quick point.
What's that, friend?
With all the things that are happening in the country, wouldn't this be give the Congress and the Democrats a silver bullet knowing that the Republicans would join them after the midterms because they know that Donald Trump would be a lame duck and couldn't be voted back in to impeach him for corruption? Because they'll be like piranhas in the water. They'll smell the blood, and they know that they'll have gained all political advantage to get rid of him.
Here's what
That's a problem.
here's what I would say to that. I'll give you my opinion, then I'll let Nemo give his. Yes and no. It's yes and no, because if they do that, I think you're, from a political perspective, you're like, yeah, of course, because he's a lame duck and it doesn't matter. The problem is he's Trump, and because he's Trump and people are like cultish about him, and there's this thing about him, they will not forgive the Republicans if they did that shit. The Republicans would just rather wait for him to that's honestly got to be what they're hoping for at this point, because if they actually did that to Trump, if they impeached and removed him or helped the Democrats do that in whatever capacity, I think that their voters there would genuinely be a bunch of them that would turn their backs on them. Like the people that have turned out for him and for him alone, they would be gonzo. That's my personal thought. I'll let Nemo give his opinion as well.
Right quick, I would say that they should have removed him this year in the second impeachment. That way he would no longer be a threat toward them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would lose votes in the short term, but he would never be allowed to run for office again.
Yeah.
And they just allowed that cancer to keep growing. And they thought they could control him. They've always thought they could control him, but some things you just can't control, especially someone that feels like they're above everything else, including the Constitution.
Yeah, I mean, we have Mitch McConnell to thank for that one. That he is the singular reason why the second impeachment did not occur prior to Donald Trump leaving office. And he is the singular reason why he basically he neutered the impeachment before it even got off the ground.
And to me, it basically destroyed the American Republic in the future. Because all that's going to say is, if your guy is so popular and so cultish, he'll be able to do whatever he wants. Screw the Constitution. If they feel like they want him to remove things out of the Constitution or ignore the Constitution just because it doesn't help them, then the Constitution will be worthless because it won't have any value or any protections for everybody else.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I do appreciate you coming up. We're gonna try to see if we can get any other Trump supporters up here. But I hope you have a great rest of your night, friend. Okay.
You too.
Have a good one.
You too.
P Sizzle. Hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? P Sizzle. Okay. Are there any other Trump supporters in here? Please request on up. I'd like to chat with you. Big Man requested back up.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, man.
Hey, I just wanted to say something that I forgot to come around to before I left the panel. I kind of left, short. So it is correct. I did vote for Donald Trump, over a year ago. But as I'm sure you're aware of, there are many people who have second guessed their vote in the last 365 days. So I will tell you this. I do agree with your analysis saying that, my thought process was backwards at the time. You know what I mean? Of things flowing faster through Kamala's hands, if you remember what I had mentioned there. So all I wanted to say was I believe that the current threat, I agree that Trump is part of it, right? There's an imperialism issue. Do you agree or no?
Yes.
Okay. So this might seem dumb to you or whatever, but did you ever, I'm assuming you've watched Star Wars.
Yep.
So I'm not going to go on a diatribe, but the comparison of Palpatine to the revolution and the resilience that, or not the resilience, the resistance. And so that's more or less what I'm saying is, yes, do some of my ideas seem more conservative leaning and, things like that? Of course, because that's how I've lived my life and that's who I am as a person. But that doesn't mean that when those times come that I'm not afraid to embrace what you have to say. And if you need help, I'm helping you. And so I just want to say that before I, leave, that I get where you're coming from. And I would just hope that you can at least respect where I'm coming from. But I agree that there is an imperialistic threat. And that's for, whoever was watching.
I listen, if you voted for Donald Trump and you're able to look at the situation right now and you're like, hey, maybe that wasn't my best moment and maybe I can try to help a little bit if that's what you're saying, then you know what, that's fine. Then that's fine. We don't have to all agree on everything. It's okay, but now would be the time that if you're feeling that and if you're looking around right now and you're seeing people who have very strong opinions one way or another, I think it's because people are scared, my friend. People are scared, and people are in a place where they're feeling very upset and they're scared. So that's why.
Do you think that partisan voting is going to continue to be effective? Is my question with what is being established. With Peter Thiel, Palantir, Sam Altman, all that kind of stuff, the technocrats. Do you feel like partisan? I know it's the whole thing. Like you got to try, but do you feel like the Democrats are coming to save you, or the Republicans are coming? Do you feel that same ideology is still as effective with what's going on in the world?
Well, there's no.
I know there's no other way.
Well, there is no other way. The thing that has to happen is people need to overwhelmingly reject this at some point in time, and even then, it's going to be. How old did you say you were?
36.
Cool. Yeah, I'm 42. Odds are this won't actually get fully fixed in our lifetimes now. Like this is actually that damaging, but the odds are that we could potentially right the ship, but it's literally going to be that long before it's truly corrected. But we need to get to the point where probably one day we call another constitutional convention and we make some amendments, and things would only change in that way. But the only way to get there is going to be incremental change through the two-party system because we have no other choice. So do I think that if we just vote in enough Democrats that it's just that next election cycle or in 4 years or whatever it may be, that it's just going to magically change, or they'll just come and save us and everything will be hunky-dory again? Absolutely fucking not. But if we keep moving towards more progressive candidates, the answer is yes. And the reason you should want more progressive candidates too is because those are the people that one day will institute ranked choice voting in this country. And ranked choice voting should be what everybody wants, because ranked choice voting allows for third parties to flourish. And if we had ranked choice voting in this country, we could have more people that could have diverse ideas and not just be boxed into two political parties. So even if you're not thrilled with every single progressive ideal, those are the people that I'd be like, hey, you want to move forward in this country and get to that point? That's the way to do it. And that's why I vote progressive amongst a host of other reasons, but that's how we get there. And the change is incremental. We've forgotten in the last 10 years, people forgot that progressive change in this country and all the movement that we made in the last 80 years, there's a price to it, and we have to keep pushing forward, because if you don't, this happens. This is what happens if we don't keep pushing forward,
Yeah, and that's where I come into. Maybe I can acknowledge that and say maybe that's more of my, conservative views or this and that when I'm watching, say the night live streams in Minneapolis and seeing, some of the, it's kind of like this. I had this epiphany, and you can call it stupid. It's okay. But I was like, if you're out there advocating for the violence against, not you, but if you're advocating for violence against law enforcement while protesting violence from law enforcement, it seems almost counterintuitive to actually fixing the problem. And it kind of gives the extremists more reason to come in and use, militarization. And that's kind of what I'm saying is like the extremism that does happen on the left, right? Making people feel like they have to go out there in violent ways. That's
I mean,
that's an issue too,
are we really seeing people explicitly advocating for violence against ICE?
I mean, I'm talking. I wouldn't say that there's people out there like standing in the assembled protests that are saying like, "Hey, after this, we're going to go, assault." Of course not. But you are seeing it, just so people can think that I'm not just being critical of one side. You have like Fuentes on the right, who is assembling essentially a crew of miscreants to attack the left and people of color or whatever he does. Like that's very poisonous. I just think it's fucked up, man. Like on both sides,
Well, I mean, so I don't really see the equivalence there, right? So I mean, in the case of Nick Fuentes, like Nick Fuentes is a very, very deeply closeted incel that is just basically amassing a bunch of neckbeard rejects. That's all that it is, right?
People that want violence.
Inevitably, one of them is going to be actually violent or whatever. But
right.
I mean, as far as
my question is, how do we get away from division culture? That's my question, and focus on the real issues.
I mean, I don't think that we're going to get away from division. I mean, it depends on what you mean by division culture. People are always going to have different views on things. So the idea that we're going to somehow get rid of division is not tenable.
Okay.
And I mean, when people say, we can agree on more things than we disagree. Like, I mean, is that true? Maybe. I feel like it's almost like a platitude. And I think that what's important is discussing the things that we disagree on that are genuinely important. So, like whenever it comes to healthcare, right? I want Medicare for all. And people on the right do not. And Matt and I had a long, drawn-out conversation with someone who was painfully out of her depth on it. And it was incredible just going through all of the little things with her. But it's important to have that conversation because I think that enough people listen to people on the right wing that they think, well, yeah, I don't want government-run health care. That's bad. And they don't realize that it's not government-run health care. It is the government takes the insurance card out of your wallet and puts a Medicare card in there. They handle all the insurance. Everything else stays the same. And because everybody's on, like, there's one provider, right, which is going to be the government, collective bargaining is infinite. Because the idea is that if you have a really big insurance company with a lot of people that are in the insurance pool, that insurance company is going to get better deals because they have more customers. So they can go to like whatever provider and be like, well, hey, you got to give me a good rate because I've got 10 million possible customers or whatever. That's more the idea.
Yeah. I just, I like to be able to ask questions and get informed. And obviously, if I have regrets about my vote over a year ago, then I want to be informed and, that's all. So I appreciate it.
Big, real quick, our friend Diava wanted to say something real quick. Hey, friend, how are you?
Yeah. Hi, Diava. Jesus Christ, I'm tired. Hi, big man. I'm Diava. I just wanted to tell you, and it seems like it's a calm conversation because I usually come in and I'm a little bit aggressive, but I'll try to be kind. Yeah. But I just want to let you know that ICE agents are not law enforcement. They have zero jurisdiction over U.S. citizens unless you are
Yeah.
directly obstructing or impeding them actually going after in the middle of an operation, standing on the street, standing in the street, standing on the sidewalk, exercising their First Amendment rights is not agitating. It is also not creating violence. And zero protesters have unalived an ICE agent or a law enforcement agent. The only violence is coming from ICE and from that side. So you can't both sides this issue because, first of all, ICE agents
Yeah.
do have not any jurisdiction whatsoever over U.S. citizens unless they are in the middle of apprehending a migrant and they put their bodies or something in front of them to block them from taking that migrant. That would be
Yeah.
impeding an actual taking. So they don't have any jurisdiction. They can't stop you and pull you over and command you get out of the car.
Yeah, I
They're
agree
not
that.
police. They're not police officers. They're not street cops. They're not highway patrol. All that they're doing, where they're stopping people, breaking out their windows, dragging them out of their cars, is not legal. And so the people that are protesting. We have a right to address our grievances to the government, and it's the government doing this to the people. This is absolutely, positively zero both sides issue.
Yeah, I agree that they are supposed to mitigate and not have any communication or contact with U.S. citizens. That's quite literally in the description of their job description. And more or less what I was referring to is, for example, I was watching live. This was maybe like 2 weeks ago. I screen recorded it, but on 27th Northeast Avenue in Minneapolis, right near where that happened, they were throwing fireworks at.
That was after they
Yeah.
tear gassed them.
Right. Like,
What do you
that's
think they're going to do? Stand there and just get pepper balled in the face, and they're not
right.
going to
No.
respond?
You're missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's inappropriate action
No, I'm
happening from both
sorry.
sides.
No,
So
that's not true. You're
yeah, but
saying
you can't. If you want
you're
to advocate for violence against law enforcement, then
it's not
your argument
violence,
falls
and they're
flat.
not law enforcement. They're not law
The
enforcement.
state
They're
police and local police were there
they're
when that happened.
overstepping their boundaries.
The state police and local police were there when that happened.
So
They
state
were law
police and local
enforcement.
police are there to protect their communities. They're to protect and serve their
Yes, and
communities,
they were having
not to
fireworks
protect
thrown at them.
ICE, not to protect ICE.
Yeah, they're
Their
supposed to serve
job
as
is not to
liaisons to
protect
ICE.
ICE.
Actually,
No, they're not.
they are.
No.
That's why you don't
No,
hear
they're
about it
not.
happening in Florida or
No,
Texas.
they're not. No.
Okay.
Actually, big. To be clear, 100%. There's no rule that says
Nope.
that any local law enforcement, local or state law enforcement, has to assist
Yeah.
ICE in any way, manner, shape, or form. That's actually not.
So you,
not
but you
true.
wouldn't
And they
want them to
it's
be there as liaisons, so they act
no, we don't
accordingly.
need them. But they usually
Oh, okay.
coordinate with local police, and ICE is not coordinating with local police. They're just going into these cities.
They're coordinating
not
with local
coordinating-
police in the
They
states
are
where they're
not.
coordinating.
Yeah, they're coordinating them in red states. I live in
Yeah.
Florida. I live in the Orlando area. Okay. There's
Oh,
ICE
nice.
all over here. They're doing targeted pickups of known people. They're not going through the streets and picking up every single black and brown person
Yeah,
they
they're
see
not
on the
racially
street.
profiling.
Or,
Yeah.
well, that's what they're doing in blue cities and in blue states.
Well,
They're
I'm with you that the
terrorizing them on-
overreach is wrong.
They're
I'm saying I agree
terrorizing
with
them
you
on
there.
purpose, but you keep both siding it, and it makes me very angry. I don't like it.
Okay,
They're
fine.
not left. they're not
80%,
left wing-
80%
no,
ICE,
they
20% the
are-
violent people rioting.
They are not violent until they are
Yes.
shot upon. They are not violent until they
Hey.
are pepperballed, sprayed in the face. They'll be walking by and they're just spraying them in the face. I'd
Okay.
clock somebody too. They don't have any jurisdiction over me. They are committing the violence. And because people react to their violence by not just standing there and say, please, daddy, give me more, doesn't mean that they're now the violent left. That's crazy.
I think the point here, Big, is
Yeah.
that if ICE wasn't instigating and ICE wasn't pushing and ICE wasn't doing this, would anything further happen? No,
and
it
that's-
wouldn't.
No.
And
That's
so,
why the
and so-
overreach is wrong.
But
I agree with you.
that's not just overreach. See, that would be placing the blame squarely on ICE. You have to because you can't just say like, oh well, okay, you're to blame. Well, no, I mean, it's ICE is doing it. I mean, they're the ones doing it. That's it. I mean, because if ICE didn't exist, would it happen? Would those people just be violent on their own just because? No, they wouldn't. It's because of ICE and because of the things that they're doing. ICE, on the other hand,
ICE are being the agitators. ICE is actually the agitators.
they're
Right. So are you saying that you yourself are like you don't want immigration enforcement at all?
no,
Or
No.
no one's
Oh,
saying
okay.
that.
Go ahead.
No, there's not a Democrat who does say that because
Okay.
the Biden administration deported far more people than the Trump administration. Obama's administration deported far more people than they are because they did it the legal way. They did it through the courts. They did it through deportation orders. What Donald Trump is doing is not deportation because deportation is a legal process. You get a discharge or a deporting order. I can't
Order,
think of
Yeah.
the word.
order of
Didn't the
deportation.
Supreme
An
Court
order
just
of
order to make it like more extreme too, or something?
they get an order of deportation from a judge, and then they go pick up that person and deport them. They're not deporting them back to their home countries. They're imprisoning them and violating their due process by not allowing them to even access to attorneys or their day in court. They don't get to prove that they're a U.S. citizen. They don't get to prove that they're here illegally. They're just sitting in detention centers. They're not
Yeah.
deporting them back to their countries of origin. So no, there was no mass goons going around the streets during the Biden or Obama administration kidnapping people off the streets. Because if you take somebody without a warrant, it's kidnapping.
There is one thing I will condemn, and I will say this. One of the things that I noticed, and personally I try to observe as much as possible. So you have is it Caroline Leavitt, like the speaker?
Yep.
The
You
liar
have
in
her
waiting.
you have her kind of like spewing her bullshit, which trust me, I agree it's bullshit. Saying how all of the detention centers and like holding facilities are being run correctly and this and that, when I've only seen them use two specific facilities that are being run correctly, but there's still 40, how many other ones that are being run like literal sea camps. So I'll agree with you there. Like that part is disgusting.
Well, so big. Not only that, but they won't let our representatives in
the facility,
into the
yeah.
facilities, which should obviously concern you. But here's
one of the reasons why I said I rescind my vote.
Okay,
Which
I'm glad. This is if I could leave you with one statistic that I would really like you to take away as it relates to ICE, it would be this one. Okay? Just one thing I want you to think about. We've talked about the fact that Obama deported just over 3 million people, okay? He deported a lot of people. Also, Democrats protested him. Like, I could show you news stories from the
100 faith leaders and
I mean, I could show I'll show you a couple of news stories and even congressional leaders were not happy with him, okay? So, but neither here nor there. He deported a lot of people. But this is the main thing. Over 8 years, 57 people unalived because of ICE, whether that was as a result of an operation or in their custody. Total. The number is 57, okay? In the last year, because Donald Trump has been president for 1 year, in a single year, ICE has unalived 47 people that we are aware of. One of whom they said was a self-unaliving, and then the medical examiner in Texas ruled it a homicide.
And there was a guy that they just took in the other day, Matt.
Yeah.
That they said he rammed his own head into a brick wall.
Yeah.
And he had multiple skull fractures and rib fractures, and they're just liars.
Well, you know how much the
they're
elitists like to
brutalizing
use
people.
self-unaliving as a cover-up.
Well,
you have a picture of it above you.
So okay. So
Sorry,
but I know,
dark
right?
joke.
I know exactly. But my point being that you had that for 8 years, and
Right.
someone who was able to very safely, quite frankly, deport 3 million people without raids in the streets and violence and anything like that. And in 1 year, we approached that number that he hit that happened under the 8 years of Obama. And look at the violence that we've seen from these people and the riots and everything like that. This is ineptitude and dangerous authoritarianism. That's what this is. They're doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
to
and-
terrorize. This is to terrorize the blue cities. Number
Yeah.
one, Minnesota, because they refused when the Trump administration asked them to give over their voter rolls. Minnesota said "fuck you," and so and we know that that's true now because when Pam Bondi wrote the letter to Tim Walz and was like, "Hey, you want ICE to leave your city? Yeah, then
Right.
give up your voter rolls."
Yep.
So this has nothing to do with immigration. This is retribution for Donald Trump because number one, Tim Walz ran against him with Kamala Harris. Number two, they refused to give their voter rolls over, and so they're just extorting blue cities and blue
Blue states,
states
yeah.
that won't comply and bend to his will.
Well, that's
and
what I'm
give him
saying is
their
it
voter
almost
rolls
seems
so
a
he
little
can screw up the
Palpatine-ish.
next election.
I wasn't trying to just reference it to make it lighter of a topic. I was just saying it. I've watched Star Wars, since I was a kid, so I was like,
That's-
it's very Palpatine-ish.
What did George Lucas specifically write when he wrote Star Wars originally? What was his inspiration? He had a very specific inspiration, and he's mentioned it many times. Do you know what it was specifically?
Wasn't it about like Vietnam? No.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it had
about
to do
it was
with, like,
about
Vietnam
the
War.
U.S. and the Viet Cong. Who was who?
Right. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
We were the
We've been the bad
we
guys
were
for a
the
really long
empire.
time.
We were the
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
We were the empire. The Viet Cong.
We've been the bad guys for a long time.
We were the empire, and it was like growing up and fucking learning that and being like,
Yeah.
oh,
So I
shit.
correlated it, as the little guy versus a massive high tech empire. Yeah. And so that's why I see like the technocratic thing as a huge threat, So sorry if I was.
No,
I'm
no,
not trying
it's
to make
okay.
it like about a movie.
No,
but
it's
that's just how I correlate.
it's a movie that was it's political. Yes, I
Yeah.
understand that it's a beloved fantasy movie, but it's political. It actually
We're the
had-
people
that's
in the
what I was-
desert. They're the people in the big spaceships that have all the big pew pews. I got it.
That was
Well, I appreciate all the information and stuff, and I'm glad that I could come back up here and have a civil conversation with you.
all right. Well, I appreciate you listening. Thank you very much for being civil, and I appreciate you listening and actually wanting to talk. Thank you, Vic. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I just
No
implore
problem.
I implore you going forward to please stop using the both sides argument because in no other time in history or U.S. history, or since any of us have been alive, has anything like this ever happened. And to continually both sides it when it is absolutely just one side that is doing all the damage is very damaging to to our side because we're not doing any of the things that they're doing and we're not participating in which to make it look like both sides are equal. It's not a fair argument, which is why it upsets me so because there's just no comparison.
I understand.
Okay, thank you. I'll jump down, Matt. Thanks.
Thanks, Diava. Thank you, friend. Hope you have a good one.
You too, honey. Thanks.
All
Bye.
right. W's Diava. And thank you, Big. I appreciate you coming back up, and it's always nice to have a decent conversation, at least. Thank you. Okay. Well, it's been an interesting evening so far. Interesting evening. If you voted for Donald Trump, we'd like you to hop in the box and let's have a conversation. Come talk with us. Who we got here? David, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? You got a pretty bad echo there.
Let me fix it and I'll try and come back.
Okay, thanks. Wow, that was quite the echo.
Yeah, for people that think that movies have only become political recently, no.
No. Also, can I just express to you guys how fucking excited I am for the original theatrical release next year? Like, can we just make it long enough for that? please? Can we like, as a country, can we at least get there? Because, like, please, okay? I need that. I really fucking need that. If we could just have that, please. I need that next year, okay?
Wait, what happened? Did George Lucas just agree to do it or something?
Well, George Lucas doesn't have control anymore since Disney bought it.
Oh.
Since George Lucas took his $4 bazillion, his $4 billion, and was like, deuces, and Disney has full control, there was speculation that they were going to do it. But the problem was they weren't sure if there were any viable prints. So Disney never committed to doing that. Disney never committed to putting out the original trilogy as the original theatrical releases because they weren't sure that they had the prints. And then they found good enough quality original prints that they could properly restore. And so they found them, and just like a month ago, they announced that they will be, in 2027, doing an original theatrical release. Like, unedited, original. And I was just like...
Nice. I could have swore that, that George Lucas, I thought that he had the originals. Like, he had I don't know. He had the original films. Just, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me he made the damn thing. So you would think he would have at least one copy, right? That's awesome.
You would think. I mean, it's always been a really weird thing. The whole thing has always been really, really fucking strange. I have to say that I don't know. It was like when the special editions came out, I don't think any of us ever thought that it was going to be like the last time we ever saw them. Anyways, Chun, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did, sir.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 26 and I'm from Florida, man.
Okay, do you want to discuss one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
ICE is a domestic terrorist group.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So it's not.
So Chungus.
Yes, sir.
What we're gonna do? I'm gonna be your accent coach for a minute, okay? Because you still suck at pulling off a Southern accent.
This is my accent, sir. I may have not been born in the U.S., but I'm a dual citizen, sir.
People in the South don't say Florida.
I'm a dual citizen, sir. I was born in New Zealand, but I'm a dual citizen and I voted for Trump, sir. So if you don't like that,
Southern accent.
Because, man, I've been living in Florida. I have a Florida, New Zealand combination, sir. So anyway, can we talk about the prom, please? It's enough about my personal life, my brother. So first of all...
What part of Florida do you live in?
Miami Beach, my brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a question. What are you wearing right now, my brother, underneath the camera, sir?
Are we talking about politics? Why are you asking me about what I'm wearing? That's really weird.
So, my bad, man. We'll talk about the prom. I don't think it's a domestic... I think it's actually it's a good thing, in my opinion. Because it actually takes the criminals away and puts them in another place, if you think about
it. That's your argument?
Yeah, it takes the criminals and puts them in somewhere else, and that's a good thing. And if you don't like it, then maybe you're a criminal sympathizer.
Yeah, sympathizer. What's the city? Yeah, what's the city right next to Miami Beach, by the way?
Miami, man.
What's the city right next to Miami Beach?
Fort Lauderdale, my brother.
Fort Lauderdale? Yeah, what's the one next to that?
Man, I haven't been here since I've been up since I was born in the Florida Keys, my brother. So
Yeah, all right. Just get the fuck out of here,
Thought
dude.
you were born in New Zealand.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if we got someone else here. Cemento. Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh man, no. I'm actually an ex-Republican, but
Okay.
I'm an expat. Also, I live in Colombia, but
Oh, cool.
I just sold my loft on Miami Beach, so I was gonna ask him exactly what you asked him.
Oh,
What city is
yeah.
north of Miami Beach? It would be Surfside, and then above Surfside would be Bay Harbor
Bay Harbor
Islands,
Island. Yeah, absolutely.
and then before Bay
Yeah.
Harbor be Bow Harbor, and then you get up to Sunny Isles. So
There-
he was lying to you guys.
Well, no, I knew right away too. I was like, come on. I was like, come on, bro. Let's get out of here. Like, absolutely, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate you, Bo. And W's standing former Republican.
Oh yeah, I left the party. I left the party the minute it was going to be between him and Lion Ted. I was like, this is a no go for me. Just let me just go ahead and become a Democrat. So
my man.
yeah.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Thanks for letting me up, man.
Cool, bro. Cheers. Thanks. W's for Cemento. Thank you, Cemento. Very cool. Fortnite. Hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
yes, sir.
Okay. How old are you? What state did you vote in?
30 and Arizona.
Okay. Do you want to discuss one of the subjects that we have above or something else that Donald Trump's doing right now?
Penis.
Cool. All right. You take care now. That's there you go. That was the best you had?
I don't even think he's actually a Kiwi. Like I'm pretty sure he's an Aussie.
I don't even fucking know.
Chungus, if you're actually a Kiwi, then like go purchase a fucking Hobbit home and let me rent the thing, cause god damn it, man.
All right, let's see what this is. Edge, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
No.
Oh, okay. We're just looking for Trump supporters right now, my friend. But thank you. Hope you have a good.
May I ask for just 3 seconds, 5
Sure.
seconds?
What's up, friend?
Okay. I don't know if anyone knew, but the owner of Oracle, the owner of TikTok, kind of thing,
Yep.
is in the list from Friday.
Yes, we are absolutely aware of that, friend. Yes, thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I wish some
no,
things
no,
were
no.
known that other people
It's-
didn't.
No, it's all good. I appreciate that the heads up. But we might not talk about that at the moment. But
Oh,
yes, absolutely.
What is the absolute littlest crime that he could be a person could be having in that situation to be removed from situation? If I was in high position and my name was on a list,
Yes.
what's the least amount of crimes where I can keep presidency?
Oh, well, I mean, so, that that really doesn't matter. The only thing that really matters is whether or not the people would vote to impeach and remove. It honestly could really be for just about like any of those crimes at all, like anything.
Because he's in control of, everything right now.
Yep. So that's not going to happen. But it could.
I apologize
be
for taking your time up.
No, it's
I'll
all
let
good.
you go.
No, it's all good, friend. I
I feel
understand.
bad for taking your time up. I just wanted to say some things, and I'm sorry.
Dude, you're all good. You're all good, man. Listen, it's all good. I understand what you're asking, but it literally could be anything. I'm just saying it could be. It's probably not going to happen because of the fact that he's got the House and the Senate. That's all. So, okay.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
Okay, man. Cheers. Take care.
But
Bye.
Speaking of Donald Trump having the House and the Senate, so after the shocker, the episode 8 of Game of Thrones season shocker, Red Wedding level shocker that was the special election in Texas. They have shrunk that to 1 seat. Well, it'll be 1 seat once the person gets sworn in. Was it Texas, or I'm mixing two things up?
No, it's Texas. You're right about Texas. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, 1 seat.
Oh, is this song triggering to some of you? I'm so sorry. My bad.
It just goes so hard.
Goes so hard. You know, that honestly, like, as fucked up as that was, that's honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie, that was one of my favorite scenes in the show. Like, I was just like, it was so fucking awesome. That's the Reigns of Castamere. Come on. The one yeah, God. I know it was awful, but it was amazing. It's Game of Thrones, Duchess. Game of Thrones. Either that or when Jamie got the like that was pretty fucking that was baller.
Dude, the first time that I watched Game of Thrones, I basically had started watching it when I think they were up to season 3. And my brother got me into it. And so we binged it. And it was season 2, because that's Red Wedding, right? Season 2.
Wait, no. Red Wedding is
it 3?
I want to say it's
either it's 2 or 3.
It is, season 3. I was like, season 2 felt a little early, but yeah, season 3.
So season 3, we're there, and that's also around the time that Jamie gets the hand chopped off. Now, immediately before that happened, like, my brother paused it and he said, "Okay, so here's the thing. You know how you don't like Jamie? You're gonna actually start to like him and feel bad for him." I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. What are you talking about?
Oh. And you're like, damn it, I do.
Yep.
Oh, actually, all right. So those I would say I would make those like if I'm like rounding out top scenes. Also, Joffrey. That was
Purple Wedding. What I love about that is that the thing happens like in camera. So basically spoilers for Game of Thrones.
It's been
right?
like 15 years now. Okay?
Yeah,
like come
I
on.
mean,
I was like,
spoilers, by the way. The ending's fucking horrible. The poison is in like a jewel thing. It happens in camera, like, so I always call her Auntie Tyrell, or old Granny Tyrell, whatever. Olenna. Mm-hmm. She takes it off of the necklace in front of everyone on camera, just like a subtle little thing. And unless you're looking for it, you just don't see it. And it's crazy how that's there. And before I knew what it was, people were like, yeah, no, it happens in front of you. It is very clearly happening once you see it. And I scanned every fucking frame. And then I was like, fuck it, all right, what is it? And then, yep.
That was so just so fucking good. And then of course you had that, so that you could get this.
Will there be pain?
No, I made sure of that.
That's good. I'd hate to die like your son, clawing at my neck, foam and bile spilling from my mouth, eyes blood red, skin purple. Must have been horrible for you, as a king's guard, as a father. It was horrible enough for me. A shocking scene. Not at all what I intended. You see, I'd never seen the poison work before. Tell Cersei. I wanted to know it was me.
Oh, such a fucking badass.
I loved her. Some of the best scenes were between her and Tywin. Her and I think maybe Tyrion. I think she interacted with Varys one time. But like any kind of, I guess, like, these are the smartest people in the whole fucking show, and they are doing battle of wits in front of you. I love that shit.
I don't think there has ever been a show, ever, that was so good that got so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Ever. Like, just, there's, no, never. Not ever. Mark, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump? Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, just so disappointed. Yeah. And like, George just couldn't. His writing was so good, and you just knew it. You just knew when it ran out. You just knew.
Yep. I will say, Allison, you mentioned it earlier. So season 3, we had the Red Wedding. Season 2 was Battle of Blackwater Bay, which I fucking love everything about that whole, all of it. I love the drums on the boat. It's just like, oh, okay, now I understand why there are war drums, because now I kind of want to beat the shit out of someone because this is a good beat. And then you're low-key kind of rooting for everyone because, like, Tyrion's cool, Bronn's cool, they got a bromance, but then also Stannis is the Manus, and then, like, just the perfect encapsulation of Tyrion is the first actual thing that happens in the Battle of Blackwater Bay, where he, like, the what's his face, the creepy maester dude walks up to him and just kind of nods, and then Tyrion looks over at Bronn across the way, and then Bronn just lets off one arrow. And it's just like, oh, okay, one arrow. Where's this going? Huh? What? Oh, wildfire. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nuclear blast. This is awesome.
That was so cool. It was so awesome. Oh man, I love that shit. Brampton, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, that.
Oh, God. All right. Man. This is like, really? Dude, how many accounts do you have? Come on now.
He has like infinite accounts.
Oh, boy. Okay. Thanks for the engagement. Appreciate it. Yeah, what a great show. What a great fucking show. Good times. Good times.
Kind of the same vibe of like truly great, like GOAT status show that just fell apart in no time flat. House of Cards.
Oh, yeah. Well, that, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's others. Neek, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
23. I voted in Michigan. Not there right now, but.
Okay. Do you want
I
to...
have a quick question.
Oh,
is that fine?
Oh, what's that?
Do you know which period in time has the most slavery?
No, not off the top of my head. So do you want to discuss one of the...
Yeah, it's right now. I'm just trying to spread awareness. Not a lot of people know that. 50 million people. Just trying to spread awareness to it.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
All right. Do you want to discuss one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Not really. I just came here to say that. So that's it.
Okay.
Bye.
It's crazy how you want to spread awareness of how there are more slaves today than at any other point in history, but elected a guy who wants to continue and expand American imperialism and the continued ravaging and enslavement of the global South.
Yep. But, cool story, bro. Good times. Well, we've gone from about 1,100 people here to not having any Trump supporters, which is just absolutely wild. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box, have a conversation with us, and come chat. Come talk to us. Come and chat with us.
Joshua, you said that the only thing I like about Trump is ending college debt relief and getting the education department closed. Of all the things that you could pick to like about Trump's policy platform, that is a wild one. I mean, I don't understand the motivation behind I guess being happy that college debt relief has basically ended. Other than, I don't know, some like, I guess, odd paternalist lesson teaching thing in the form of ensuring that somebody is financially shackled for the remainder of their life for no good reason. But I guess they'll learn their lesson and you'll sleep better at night because of it. I don't really know. That plus closing the education department. Dude, I mean, you can criticize the Department of Education if you want, but to say that it needed to be deleted, defunded, that's insane, man. I mean, especially now, because we are at a point where when it comes to the highly connected, highly inter-commerce-y world that we live in, we have to be competitive. And to be competitive, you have to be smart. There are two ways to do that. We can import the smart people, which we already do. That's the H-1B visa. There's the one something.
Oh, I forget.
What's called the Einstein visa.
The Einstein visa. Yeah, I forget which one that is.
Yeah. So we can do it that way. And do, research grants and all that stuff, which attracts people to like the top colleges on the planet. And they're the top colleges on the planet because of the amount of money that we pump into them in the form of grants, in the form of research funding. So you can do it that way. Or you can teach your populace. So have homegrown smart people. Cool. That means that you're going to have to like make sure that school systems don't suck and try to teach, I don't know, the fucking Bible as science class. So the education department was a way of trying to guide that without being overly invasive. But yeah, dude, like at this point, if you want to look at it from a, I guess like a right-wing perspective, if you want America to be the most competitive, strongest country on the planet, you have to have the smart people.
That's how we used to be. Now we're not anymore. Hey, John, I just wanted to tell you that you're a piece of shit and so are your views. Get the fuck out of here. Hi, Juan. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did not.
Oh, okay. We're just mainly looking for Trump voters right now, but appreciate you, friend.
Okay.
Thanks. Take care.
Nice.
Guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Let's have a conversation. Yeah, after what John said at the end of last time, we're not. We're not going to talk. That was gross. I'm good.
Remind me? What do you say?
He said that he was happy that Palestinian people were being genocided.
Oh.
Yeah. He said it was a good thing.
What a Hitlerian take that is. Okay.
I was like, wow. I was like, and John has said some fucked up things. And I was like, that's on another level of fucked up. So, yeah.
I mean, you could probably get on a payroll of a certain entity with those types of takes.
Yeah. Exactly. He's an Andrew Wilson guy. What do you expect? Exactly. Yep. There you go. So, anyways, why doesn't he join ICE? He's too small and he's too afraid. That's why, probably.
It's probably because ICE has too many Latino people in it, which is like legit. Like there are a lot of Latino people who are ICE agents. Like literally, the two that unalived Alex Preddy, both are Latino. So I feel like John Stone would probably not fit in there, seeing as he is literally a white supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Yep. John, I don't know why you're requesting back up. I'm not platforming you, so you can just go somewhere else. Somebody mentioned Isaiah on Jubilee. I watched that whole thing this afternoon, and what's funny about Isaiah on Jubilee was it was, I was watching it, you guys, and those people coming up were just saying the stupidest things. I was like, and just their arguments were terrible. Their facts were all wrong, everything. And Isaiah he stayed really fucking cool and he was just like laughing at them in real time. It was very much like watching one of his lives, which is funny. But I was sitting there and enjoying it thoroughly. But all I could think about was, yes, Panda, Isaiah Martin. But all I could think about was, this is an encapsulation of what we're all dealing with. It's like, it's the bottom of the barrel. It's like, even for Jubilee, like this group of 20 people or whatever it was that they got to talk to Isaiah, I was like, holy shit. Bottom of the fucking barrel. Like, most of them couldn't even stay on topic, let alone provide a cogent argument for said topic. And the first and the last guy who said he was running for Congress in California, holy shit. If you watch the end segment, he like cooks himself with his argument, because he tries to make an argument that Ilhan Omar and AOC are terrible people and they're dirty, awful, dirty politicians because they made money as politicians while in office. And Isaiah's like, so because they made money as politicians while they were in office, that makes them bad? And the guy's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. He's like, and he's just railing again. And Isaiah's just like, And it's just, I was like, oh my God. And he fucking nailed him with and Donald Trump made over $3 billion in the last year. How do you feel about that? And the guy's like, he could. I was like, oh my God, like chef's kiss. But yeah, it was Mandy. It was the first guy and the last guy, and I loved that Isaiah picked him, because at the end he got to pick one person to debate for 10 minutes, and he picked the first guy. Because he was such a douche canoe, and I thought it was great. Yeah, mischievous. The Jubilee stuff, like I could take it or leave it. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, but Isaiah's was fucking fantastic. It was great. It was really, really good. I highly recommend it. So
I have not seen this, and I'm gonna have to watch it now.
It just came out today. It just came out today. Oh, Dan was watching it. Yeah, I mean it's great. It's an hour and a half. It's a good watch, guys. It's a good watch. I recommend it. He's, like I said, it's just Isaiah being his typical like cool cucumber self, and most people just want to yell at him and talk over him, and he's just like, the fuck, and they yell wrong things at him. And I love when they're like, and wait till they put the fact check on the screen and everyone will see that I'm right, and the fact check pops up on the the side of the screen and they're wrong. I was just like
yeah,
I love, like, it's so fucking great. Like, oh, it was amazing.
I remember when Sam Cedar went on there, and Sam Cedar is like in my like pantheon of leftist creators. He's one of the goats as far as just left-wing political commentary. And he went on there, and you could just see it on his face the whole time. You could just see his soul leaving his body more and more as these kids just casually were like, well, yeah, actually, I think that we should be a white ethno-state. Like, do you now?
Dude, that one was insane. That like, That one was just absolutely wild. Like the Sam Cedar one was crazy. Honestly, that one was wild.
Yeah, like I genuinely I felt bad for him because I know that I think he was going there to try and enlighten people. You know, he was trying to teach, and that's why I felt bad for him because he can debate. Like he's debated libertarians. He's famous for debating libertarians. Oh wow. Oh shit. Mehdi Hassan.
Yeah.
Holy God.
Wow.
That was biblical. That was beautiful.
Oh yeah. Here I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play 2 short clips for you guys, just brief ones. But I want you guys to go and watch. I want you guys to go watch. So, but here's a couple of short ones.
Tariffs don't raise prices. There was just a study.
What? Why did you put tariffs on a country that we had free trade with? It was
because they were pumping propaganda into the United States.
They were pumping propaganda into the United States. How?
What do you mean how?
How?
It was like during the World Series, Canada propaganda to the United States. Of course, we're going to put tariffs on them for that. We
shouldn't have. They showed a commercial of Ronald Reagan in his own words.
Yeah,
so that means
we shouldn't have other countries.
So wait a second.
Allies
so wait a second. So wait a second.
States.
So you just made Americans pay more for everything that comes from Canada because they showed a commercial you didn't like? That sounds like being a snowflake, if you ask me.
We should be holding our allies accountable.
Why are conservatives so
the United States of America?
This is what happens when you have conservative government. They're so sensitive. They're over here raising your prices because they had a commercial that you don't like.
What do you mean, tariffs don't raise prices? There was just a study
What?
from, I believe, Use Chicago that came out that tariffs actually don't.
Trump
prioritizes the wealthy while he leaves you behind. Oh.
You're back.
She's quick.
Hello. So many people taking pictures of the gas prices in
5,
Texas
6.
and Louisiana going, dang, I ain't seen gas. It's $1.19. I done seen
not
that so
happening.
many times on
That
TikTok,
doesn't
bro.
happen.
I promise to goodness, all you got to do is
Saw
go
it
look
on
for it,
TikTok.
baby, 'cause
You can
it's
look
out
at the
there.
average.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You can look at the
trying to do
average.
numbers, but I'm telling you, real people.
Because
I'm a real
facts,
person sitting in front of you.
are over feelings. That's how things
This isn't
work.
feelings, it's reality.
Facts don't care about
It's
feelings.
reality.
That's how
This
it
is not a
goes.
feeling. It's reality.
And the reality is that the national average for gas is literally only 5 cents lower than what it was a year ago. And Trump said,
so it's lower. So it got it lower.
Trump said that he was going to have it less than $2 a gallon.
It's going to keep dropping.
Is that lower than $2 a gallon?
But it's lower. There's progress.
So you're going to
And
celebrate 5 cents?
Yeah, I'm going to celebrate anything that's lower. Yes, and it's going to keep going. I'm not in my ego, bro.
Says who?
You're coming at this in your ego.
In my ego because I'm looking at the facts?
No, I'm coming at this as an American who wants to see everybody prosper and succeed.
So here's what's not prospering in this country. The fact that people are seeing real wage growth in this country, literally half of what it was last year. The people in this country that are literally watching.
Are you talking about unemployment?
What?
Are you talking about unemployment?
Do you know what real wage growth is?
Absolutely.
What is it?
But I'm saying, okay, wage growth as in how much we're making as Americans. Like if the money we take home is growing. That's what you mean. Yeah.
Wage growth.
Right.
How they make that determination.
Right.
And if you look at that number,
Right.
with everything together,
Yes.
it's half of what it was last year.
Okay. But I'm saying there are so many different factors that contribute to that.
Foreclosures are up.
Absolutely.
People cannot afford to live.
But literally, this was last year. This has been happening since the pandemic.
You had a president
This
that
has been
ran
happening
for office
since the
saying
pandemic.
that all he had to do was to get in office and he would
And now
fix
you're
every
coming back-
problem
okay,
in
so
America.
it's-
And the reality is
Now you're
that
coming
hasn't
back
happened.
now you're coming back to we want the magic wand. You,
You
have to be
guys
practical.
ran on having a magic wand.
You guys, I didn't run nothing. Like, what are you talking about? You're
I
literally
thought that's
you're
what we
coming,
were talking about.
Like literally, there's no
Pause.
magic wand.
You've been voted out by the majority. Please take.
It was a lot, guys. It was a lot of that. Like, it was a lot of that shit. I mean, like, legit, these people just didn't know shit. And it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing for sure. Yeah, there were a couple of pick-me's. When you watch it, you guys will understand what I mean. There were a couple of pick-me's. I was like, they're not, guys, the Republicans, they're not picking you, okay? But you guys go right ahead. Anyways, that's up to them. There was the last guy, I encourage you guys to watch the whole thing. Joshua says, "Thank you for reminding me why I didn't vote Democrat." Okay. You didn't vote Democrat because you're not intelligent enough to understand? Is that what I reminded you of? Cool story, bro. Anyways, so that whole thing, anyways, it ended up culminating in the first guy who came up, who was terrible, who said he was running for Congress in California, who was running for Adam Schiff's old seat. I was like, good luck, bro. But he came around to the end, and he picked so Isaiah picked the same guy because he got to pick one person to debate for 10 minutes. I love that he picked this guy too because he was, again. But the guy came up, and Isaiah said one thing to the guy, and I can't wait for you guys to watch this portion of the debate. He came up, "Oh, Joshua voted libertarian. Awesome. Tell us more about all of your misguided ideals and the shit that you don't understand about how our government works. Cool story, bro." Anyways, he said to this guy, he's like, "Look," he's like, "you're even dressed like Donald Trump." He's like, "You got the suit on and the tie and the flag pin on your lapel." And the guy goes, "Do you see? Typical liberal attacking me for being patriotic. He said he didn't like my flag pin." I'm like, and even Isaiah was like, I didn't, what? He was just so confused because at no point in time did Isaiah say anything about the guy's flag or make it like it was a bad thing or anything. And and they all cheered the MAGA guy. It was like, Isaiah didn't say that. And also the guy, the opponent got to pick the topic, and he said he wanted the topic to be "Prove to me that Democrats are patriotic." And Isaiah was just like, I am patriotic. Like, what do you want me to say? It's just like, what a dumb fucking thing to ask someone to prove. Like, debate a policy, debate merits of something, but no, you want to debate something completely fucking subjective and esoteric, like patriotism, like what makes someone patriotic. Like, it's so fucking dumb. These people, I tell you guys, I don't know. I don't even fucking know. I don't know. Anyways, here we are. It's good time. Yes, Donna, having a flag, they think that having a fucking flag on their lapel makes them patriotic. Yes, Deathmark. One of them said that admitted all he cared about was winning the culture war. They voted that guy out real fucking quick because he agreed with Isaiah on a bunch of shit. Yeah, that guy. They were like that. They put, you know how they put their flags up to vote. They were like, the fuck out. So, anyways, go watch. It's an hour and a half. And I say do it. Even if you don't love Jubilee, support Isaiah. Isaiah is so great. I really, really like him so much. He's such an intelligent guy. I loved watching him debate on this app before I got started with my own lives. I would watch him religiously every night, and I still enjoy watching him, and I still have hopes that he will make it into an elected position in this country. We need leaders like Isaiah, as far as I'm concerned, because everything that I know about him and the way that he, the way that he thinks, I have great respect for him. So, at least what I know about him. So, seems like a good dude, and like I said, smart, and a good soul. I don't know. I don't know any other way to say it. And especially in a place like Texas, they need people like him. They need good, intelligent people to break through down there, like James Tallarico, like Jasmine Crockett, et cetera, you know? So he is, exactly, Hillary. He is a leader. Like, you can already tell that Isaiah, like, he's got that thing, right? You can just tell that he's a leader. I could tell. For fucking sure. He's yeah. So Isaiah, his at is just Isaiah R. Martin. That's it. So that's it. I know he really is going far in life. I'm gonna put his at in the I'll put it in the chat right there. There you go. If anyone isn't already following him, which I would be shocked if you guys aren't. I mean, Isaiah has a lot of followers, and he's very popular, far more popular than me. So I would be surprised if you're not following him. But please do so if you are not. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I'm tired too. I think we're all tired. Everyone's tired right now. We're all tired. Yes. Absolutely. Trump supporters. Are there any other Trump supporters in here? I know, right? I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Oh, thank you, Forrest. Thank you, guys. By the way, thank you to everyone who's been supporting tonight. Thank you guys so much for the gifts, for your support. You guys have been so kind. I really appreciate it. Please, if you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe over on the tube. You know, subscribing over there, it doesn't cost anything. It's free. It's just following. You know, subscribe, follow, whatever. It's the same thing. If you can subscribe, please, to me over there, and then you can subscribe to Nemo as well if you just click in the description. Nemo's at is right down in the description over on the tube. So please do that for both of us. The more followers we get, the more reach that we get. It definitely helps push us out. We appreciate you guys helping us out with that. Obviously, if you're not following both of us here, please drop me a follow over here. And then on my backup, this is Nemo's main account, and then push through and follow all of his many backup accounts. If you're not with us on Discord, please click through in both of our bios. You can find in the link tree a link to Nemo's Discord, where we're both active, and then also a link to Ari's Discord, where I have a little corner as well. So please pop on and do that. Just be aware you might have to go through a little verification process, and we'll make sure that you're a real person. So on YouTube is Politics with Matt, not Politics of Matt, but you should be able to find me there. So, do we have any other Trump supporters? Any other Trump supporters who want to come on up and talk to us? Let's see. Cole, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Cole, hello. Cool. All right. Seems to be about the way things are going tonight. So, good times. Good times. Best bag of convo of the night? Yeah. It's been one of those nights, I guess. You think they're scared? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Big Man. I appreciate it. And like I said, I appreciate you being civil, and it's always nice to have a good conversation. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely think that there are people that I I definitely think that there are people that are. There's certainly ones that avoid Nemo and I. There definitely are.
Absolutely.
Yep. The reason I know is because I see them make their rounds on every other MAGA panel. Not MAGA. Maybe not every other, but a lot of other of our friends' panels, and maybe they don't make it up with us sometimes. But then again, there's also people that I've seen up with us that I don't see with other people. So it's but I do think that intimidating. It's fine. I get it. I'm a scary looking fellow, and Nemo is he's so cuddly and nice looking. It's not intimidating at all. But
yeah, I have resting bitch face. People are scared of me for some reason.
It's the faux MAGA look you have going on. Oh, Donna says you're both handsome. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Donna. Well, you say you should try a restart. At this point in the evening, on a night that I'm not normally on, probably Mia says Nemo actually terrifies me.
See?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we don't get some folks in here soon, I might call it for tonight, because normally not even on here on Sunday nights, but we'll try a little bit more. We'll see. We'll cruise it out. I'll tell you what, if you guys can keep tapping that screen, and keep doing the things. I mean, maybe we can make it back out to the FYP, and if we can cycle through one more time, that'd be good. Oh, Miss Chandler Bing Bong told me one thing apparently that helps is a poll where people put numbers in the chat. So, I'm going to ask you, which of these two was your favorite Catherine O'Hara performance? I'm going to give you two options. Okay? I understand there's many. I'm gonna pick two off the top of my head, and then we're gonna go from there. All right. So, no, I'm not gonna do Schitt's Creek. We can't do a TV show compared to a movie. We got to do two. We've got to do two movies. Okay. I'm sorry. We got to do two movies. So, I'm gonna go with. This is hard. I don't remember which ones I want to pick to. Yeah, I know. All right. Let's do. If you prefer Catherine O'Hara in Beetlejuice, put 1. If you prefer her in Home Alone, put 2. Beetlejuice, press 1. Home Alone, press 2. And then we'll do a Christopher Guest poll next. We'll do a Christopher Guest poll next. I think it was Beetlejuice. There were a good number of 2s, but I do believe that it was Beetlejuice. Yeah, I think it's Beetlejuice. Still amazing in Home Alone. She's great.
Yeah, I definitely preferred her in Home Alone. Beetlejuice, it was just I mean, I know that that's kind of the point, but it was just, holy God. You are a whole ass mother, and you are, okay, that's a thing.
The thing about Home Alone that I think is really amazing, and the reason why it's so good, is because there are really two main characters. if you really think about Home Alone. And the two main characters are Kevin and his mom. And I understand people always make it out to be, it's like, no, it's Kevin and the Wet Bandits. Like, the Wet Bandits are their second tier. It's Kevin and his mom. You're getting Kevin by himself, and then you're getting his mom doing everything that she can to get back to him, and it's the story of them coming back together. And yes, exactly, Neely. The Wet Bandits are part of Kevin's story, and that's it. And that's why she's such an integral part of the movie, unlike any of the other family members, no matter how much you think about them or you like them. And that's why it's so amazing. And to hear Macaulay Culkin talk about her, I got to go see a screening last Christmas here in Boston. I got to go see a screening of Home Alone. My cousin took me, and then Macaulay Culkin did a Q&A afterwards, and it was a lot of fun. But he spoke so highly and so warmly of her. It was almost tear-jerking then. So if you can imagine. So yeah, really, fucking A. Okay. By the way, we're still waiting to see if there's any Trump supporters. Pop in the box if you vote for Donald Trump. Hop in the box. Let's pick a Christopher Guest movie. All right. So, although I really enjoy Waiting for Guffman, and I enjoy her in Waiting for Guffman, I feel like she had a much meatier part in Best in Show and Mighty Wind. So, number 1 for Best in Show, number 2 for Mighty Wind. All right. Number 1 for Best in Show, number 2 for Mighty Wind. Here you go. Let's see. Number 1 for Best in Show, number 2 for Mighty Wind.
And while we wait, thank you, Cody, for the PayPal. You said, fuck MAGA. They worship a kid diddler. Yes, indeed they do.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Over on the tube, mostly agreed with Beetlejuice. Thank you, guys. I see that. And then also we're getting more best in show. More Best in Show, I think. I think Best in Show. Solid. But I really think that in Mighty Wind, when her and Eugene Levy, when they play their song and they get to the pause at the end, and everyone goes out to watch them, and they kiss in the middle of the song, like, man, it's like, yeah, that exactly, Jen. It was one of the most beautiful moments. Like, she's so funny, but then also she can reel it in, and she would do the emotional, like, yeah, what a fucking loss, man. Way too soon as well. Way too soon. But it's okay, guys, because nothing else bad is going on right now for us to be upset about or depressed about. So it's fine. Everything else is fine. Also, my favorite post, to be quite honest with you, is that the wrong person from Home Alone 2 died.
Oh, Home Alone 2. My brain like blocked out the 2, and I was sitting here thinking, did somebody in Home Alone do some fucked up shit that I wasn't aware of? And then I was like, he said Home Alone 2. Yeah. Now I get it.
Yeah. That was awesome. I love it. Yeah, it's just because you have to think too, because number one, because you're like, well, nobody. It's fine. Everything's fine with all those people. So, if you guys want to know something fun, my girlfriend and I were sitting at lunch today, and And we were talking about the Melania movie. And we're like, unbelievable that piece of shit. Well, number one, that they gave fucking $40 million. Can't. That's like, I was like, oh my God, whatever. But, and then we were talking about, like, I was like, oh, I'd like to, I'm curious to see it. Like, I really, like, the part of me is it's a morbid curiosity, but I would never give anyone the satisfaction of money or a stream. So I might yo-ho my way into a pirate's life for me, into getting it and watching it, just to say big fuck you to Jeff Bezos. But she was like, my girlfriend aptly says to me, she goes, who do they get to make this movie? Like, who would direct a movie like this? And I was like, that's a great question. I wonder who would direct a movie like this. Do you know who directed this movie, Nemo? Because I didn't know until today. Does the name Brett Ratner sound familiar to you?
Yes.
Because, you know...
Wait, was he Nickelodeon?
Well, no, he wasn't Nickelodeon. He directed a bunch of different movies. He had his own production company called Rat Pack Entertainment. He did the Rush Hour films. He did The Family Man. He did X-Men Last Stand. He did the Tower Heist. He did all these different movies. But in 2017, a bunch of women in Hollywood came forward with allegations of sexual assault against him. And it's really crazy because a bunch of all these women, came out and they were like, oh, and that really fucking killed his entire fucking career, which, you would think hey, rightfully so, right? And then of course there was the tiny little issue, and I say, tiny little issue of the fact that, he maybe kinda sorta was friends with this guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And for those of you who can't see, it's the same person that I have in the picture over here that's not Donald Trump.
How much you want to bet that there was a conversation where he was told, if you do this for cheap, you won't be investigated?
I mean, probably, yes. But the other thing, dude, is that I think that was that part of it, yes. But then also, dude, he's been fucking blacklisted because of all these sexual harassment allegations. Forget this. Look into all of the shit that women accused him of. He wasn't Aziz Ansari Me Too'd. He was more like Harvey Weinstein Me Too'd. Very, very legit sexual harassment complaints to the point where he just stopped getting director's work. So I think that, sure, did they probably give him a low ball? Yeah, but do I also think that he was please, can I direct something? Also probably that, I think. Yeah. That just, yeah. Really fucked up. But yeah, they probably totally fucking lowballed him. They're like, here you go. This will be fine. Don't worry about this. They're like, no one will even know. Don't worry about it. Oh, and by the way, this was in the New York Post. Yup. You know, dude, you guys know shit is bad when the Post is publishing this shit, okay? That's all I'm going to say. The Post gets good picks now. Yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe. Yeah, Dallas, I read that too. They had to cancel a bunch of showings. And then I think I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes. I think we looked it up earlier. I think it's bad. Oh yeah. Oh, it's bad. It's at 10%, you guys. It's 10%. It is 10%. Ooh. Brutal.
Wait, how's the other one at 99%? What the fuck?
The popcorn meter. Verified ratings. Oh, audience ratings. They just got a bunch of fucking bots to go in there. Or, like, they paid a bunch of people or whatever bullshit. Like, no fucking way. Like, there's no way this is real.
Yeah, that has to be botted.
There's just, it had to be, for sure. It's everything a documentary shouldn't be. That's a great review. I like that one. Oh,
I wonder if it's like one of those like Reddit Morbius situations.
What do you mean?
So, you know the movie Morbius that came out, what was it, like 2 or 3 years ago? The one with what's his face in it?
I don't think I do.
Pretty boy. He's 30 Seconds to Mars, that guy.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So
yeah, what can I remember? Jared Leto.
Yeah, Jared Leto. There we go. So he was in this movie called Morbius. It's a Spider-Man person, and so anyway, on Reddit, the movie was terrible, but on Reddit, people basically turned it into a meme and made it like, oh no, this is actually amazing, right? But it was obvious that like they wouldn't ever come out and say it's good. They would be like, Morbius is one of the movies of all time. Like just shit like that. And they'd be like, I love the part where he said it's Morbin time. He doesn't say it's Morbin time. Just all sorts of shit like that. And it generated so much popularity that Sony re-released the movie, like put it back into theaters because they thought, oh, hey, people will go and see it. And nobody saw it.
Oh my God.
For a second time.
Nobody saw it again.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Dude, that's okay. That's awesome. That's kind of cool actually. I wonder if that's what it is. By the way, this is my favorite review. I hope you all can see it. I'd rather rewatch January 6th. That's a winner. That's a fucking winner right there. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah. This is great. Honestly, this is oh boy. Oh yeah. There's some good ones here. You guys should definitely check this one out. I don't want to blow anyone's minds here or throw you off your balance when I inform you that the Melania documentary, now in theaters, is terrible. A documentary that never comes to life. It's a portrait of the First Lady of the United States, but it's so orchestrated and airbrushed and stage managed that it barely rises to the level of shameless infomercial. The fun's not infectious, and the guests are a nightmare, and 2 hours of Melania feels like pure, endless hell. To call Melania vapid would do a disservice to the plumes of florid vape smoke that linger around British teenagers.
Holy shit.
Honestly, like the reviews are the best part of the movie. Yeah, this is great, you guys. I strongly recommend everyone go read the reviews. Good shit. Good shit. Highly recommend the reviews. I think I might. Yeah, the J6 one was I think my favorite. I might do the Bay of Pirates and I might have to watch it. I just morbid curiosity now. I think I have to. So yeah. I mean, what are we gonna? Don't do it. I mean, I'm not gonna, guys. I won't pay for it. I'm not gonna go see it in the theater. I'm not gonna get it off Amazon. I'll rip them off. I promise. It'll be fine. And then I'll tell you guys about it. It'll be fun.
Yeah. I mean, you can just pay for it the same way that Donald Trump pays for contractors.
Exactly. In my head. Pretend.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks amazing. I mean, really, like, it's just so engaging. I mean, if you guys, I mean, just look at, like, how could you not want to see this movie? Right? How could you not want to see this?
Here we go again.
You can come in. Don't worry. Our proudest legacy will be that of peacemaker.
Peacemaker in the fire. Beautiful. Together, with like-minded leaders, we have a voice. Is it safe?
It is safe.
Everyone wants to know. So here it is. Hi, Mr. President. Congratulations.
Did you watch it?
I did not. Yeah, I will see it on the news.
Dude, what the fuck?
Dude, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Why would you show them all? I'm gonna have nightmares.
Hi, Frosted Jade. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to share a joke I heard about that
Okay.
trailer or
Okay.
about that movie.
All right.
If that's okay.
Sure. What's the joke?
So, if someone broke into your car and they didn't take anything, but they left tickets to the Melania movie, would that be is that considered a hate crime? I think it is. I think it is.
I mean, unless you're MAGA, that's a hate crime. Yes. So, Agreed. Hate crime. Absolutely. Thank you, Professor Jade. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Have a good one. I mean, yeah. Also, some birds. There are definitely some birds there. All right, guys. I don't think we're gonna get any more. It looks like a Tommy Wiseau movie. Yes, absolutely. It's The Room, but for real, and it's the First Lady of the United States. Yeah, I think we should call it. This was just an unexpected little fun times. So yeah. So back on tomorrow night, normal time, regular old time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Please make sure you've dropped all your follows. If you have any last-minute support you'd like to offer, you can find links in bios for us. We appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for being here. Oh, thank you to Betty for the 2 super chats over on the tube. She said, love your work. And if I ever wanted to watch a movie about a Russian schmex worker, I would watch Anora. Thank you. A good one, Betty. Very good. Very good. I appreciate that. Nemo, you got any more you need?
No.
I was looking, and Hector is on. Hector's on. I would very much love to send everyone over to our friend Hector. I think that would be great because he's never on, and I never get to send him anybody. Let's go see Hector. I think that would be great, you guys. It's I'm gonna put it in the chat right now. It's Hector Talks, but with 2 R's. 2 R's. Let's go see Hector, and then we're gonna see you guys right back here tomorrow night. Same bad time, same bad channel, 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Awesome, and same for you fine folks on the tube. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. All right, let's go.